So, everyone has a hero. We know that there's someone close to your heart that has made a significant impact on your life. Now, I've had the luxury of living with my father. He's gone through more than I can even describe in his life. Do you remember that train derailment a while ago? He was the first on the scene. He pulled a woman out and her arm was off. He got blood all over him. He's gone through a lot. Yet he's somehow still able to keep a straight face through life, even though he admits he has PTSD. But he has taught me a lot in my life, and it's hard work, dedication, and discipline. He served in the National Guard. He started in 2001 all the way up until 2009. And a lot of his military training rubbed off on his parenting, which I'm okay with. Now, he served in Europe, all across Europe. That's where I actually met my mother, in Germany. And he started out just in like a crane operation, just moving crates around. And he had to wake up at like 3 a.m. every day, make his bed. If he didn't, they'd flip his bed over and they'd beat him with soap and socks. And I always thought that was funny. He was offered a job as a police officer when he came back around 2002, around the time I was born. And he was born, and it was in Philadelphia. He moved to Philly, and along with my mom, they moved here. They were engaged, and since then he's been a police officer. He's been a police officer for 23 years, and around 2004 he joined Highway Patrol. And do a lot of you know what that is? You do? Yeah. You don't? Okay, well, Highway Patrol is the people that are on the motorcycles that have to deal with like shootings and stand-ups, robberies, a lot of the hard stuff. So he was in Highway Patrol all the way up until 2004, and in 2017 he joined counterterrorism. Now, back before that, while he was still in the National Guard and was a police officer, he started his own landscaping business because being a police officer doesn't pay the bills. And at the time, he was only making around $25,000 a year. So, can't really do that. And he started his own landscaping business in 2006 and sold it in 2013. He also taught me that dedication is also extremely important. If you're not dedicated, what are you doing? That's what he told me nearly every day. You gotta be dedicated and you gotta be disciplined. And it was really tough having to deal with his mood swings, which was okay. I knew he was going through a lot. I didn't let it bother me. But in 2016, while he was driving behind a truck with ladders on the top, this was while he was still on highway. He was actually on the highway when this happened, ironically, and the ladders fell back and flung him off of his motorcycle 50 feet, putting him in critical condition, almost killing him. That was pretty tough. He broke half of his face, and he can't move half of his face now because of it. He has metal plates all up in it, and that's pretty hard. But it was kind of amazing to me that he didn't go to the hospital. He did at first, but he got sent home like 2 days later, which they put him on critical condition, and he still came home. And he came home so that he could work. He continued to work regardless of his injuries. He had a broken foot, still put on the boots every day to go on the highway. He tried to do as much housework as he could, and he tried to go out and shop. My stepmom didn't like that. She beat him up for it. But he continued to go regardless of the pain, and while he was still in recovery, he tried his best to do as much as he can. And when that happened, it really hit me that you can't let stuff that's not in your control block your way through life. you kind of just got to keep going and deal with the pain. Now, if it's depression or anything like that, that's a different kind of pain. I'm talking physical pain. He doesn't let pain stop him from achieving his dreams. He continues to go on, and I've always looked up to that. I've always really, it's always had a place in my heart that he just keeps going. And then he also taught me that being disciplined is really what's going to keep you going through life. Now, if you're not disciplined, you don't have structure. And structure is what's going to bring you to the top. And I've always believed that. So I've always tried to really follow what he does every day. He wakes up super early, 5 a.m. I woke up at 4:30 just to one-up him, because he doesn't like that. He doesn't like being one-upped, but he can't wake up at 5:30. And so dealing with structure in life can really, I guess, kind of just catapult you. If you know what you're doing and you're motivated and you have that discipline to not stop and keep going, then you're good. You can make it through life. You can make it through the hard times. You can make it through divorces. If you got structure, nothing's going to stop you. And he's always taught me that, and I've always looked up to him. And his military training, like I said, really rubbed off on his parenting. He was really strict. I remember back in 8th grade, I failed a math test and it brought my grade way down. So his way of dealing with that was take a keyboard that I had saved up for. It was $90, I think. He decided to take that keyboard and smash it over his knee into 3 pieces. And that really taught me. He didn't really think that was going to teach me anything, but he did. It taught me that life has consequences, that you can't just go through life happy. Everything's got a consequence, and you really just got to deal with it. I don't know, that's really always stuck with me. I've always remembered that since I was probably 13 at the time. So, but he's really just taught me a lot. He's taught me hard work, dedication, discipline. It's the structure in life, and if you have that, you're good. And I've always looked up to that. And I don't know, it's just really, really good. I really look up to him. I see him every day now. He's been working 14-hour shifts because he's been dealing with the people coming over from Afghanistan. And he's actually recently got sick because of it, but he's okay now. But he's taught me that the building blocks to success are dedication, structure, and discipline. And I'm glad that he taught me that, because he's the one that built me into who I am today. And without him, I don't really know where I'd be. He's really just helped me a lot, and I love him.